Ho, ho, ho! This is great. The 12 days of Christmas on the boulevard. Oh, the Boulevard Association is bringing the Antelope Valley something very, very special. As I read in here, it says, visit with Santa. Well, that's me. As he shares his magical stories. Yes, this book is full of magical stories. They're true stories of my life up in the North Pole, in Santa's village. And Mrs. Claus is responsible for getting these out of me. And here's one such story. Santa Paws, it's called. So here we go. Well, children, you all know that Santa loves you. And, well, Santa also loves animals. I do. One of my greatest joys is taking my dog Snowy for a walk. Well, I'm going to tell you the story right now about Snowy. You see, every time I've been away and come back home, Snowy runs up to me to meet me, and he nearly knocks me over. He gets so excited to see Santa, just like you do. Ho, ho, ho. Well, one day, I had been out helping my favorite charity, and when I returned home, I expected Snowy to come up running toward me, but he didn't. He did not. No. He just sit there in the corner looking grumpy. I went over to him and I asked him why he was feeling so poorly and tried to stroke him, but he turned away from Santa. Well, it upset Santa. I asked Mrs. Claus, I said, hey, what has happened to Snowy? And she knew why he was acting like this, and she told me to come into the kitchen and she would tell me, because we always talked in the kitchen, and usually I got something to eat at the same time. Well, it turned out that Snowy was upset because at Christmas, all the animals, or rather all the animals, are not included, and he wanted to be Santa Paws. Well, I thought what a great idea this was, and went back into the room and said to Snowy, well, what kind of dog are you thinking of all your friends? And so far on this day, you will be known from this point as Snowy Santa Paws. He jumped up and his tail was wiggling. He was so very happy. Why, he gave me a big hug and a big lap. It was okay. Okay, right, Mrs. Claus. We'll have to make Snowy his own suit, his own Santa suit, yes, and a hat. And I will have to tell the elves to start making presents for all the animals, for the dogs, the cats, why all the pet animals. I mean, there's a lot of them. All kinds of animals are pets, and so let's address that issue with all of them with Snowy. And well, we needed stockings filled with all the goodies, and well, we need new cages, new beds. The lists are endless of what we can do for all the pets and animals all over the planet. Well, I told my wife excitedly, thinking of how happy all the animals would be next Christmas. And oh well, I was confused why I didn't think of this before. This is all here in the 12 days of Christmas. Now, let me tell you what else it says. 2 days after this conversation, Mrs. Claus finished making the suit. And, well, we shouted for Snowy, and he came in to try it on. Oh, his tail was wagging, and it was so much. It actually was difficult to fasten the buttons. But we managed, and Snowy went running over to the mirror to look at his reflection. It looked great, wonderful. Santa Paws was born, because his job was to make sure that every pet, that's right, every animal, got a special present at Christmas, as all pets should, because they're part of the family. Yes, well, at that point, when Christmas Eve came, we loaded up the sleigh with something for everyone. Snowy put on Santa's suit and jumped aboard. "Are you ready to go?" asked Rudolph. "I can't wait to get back so I can get my present from Santa Paws, because Rudolph is an animal." I gave the command, "Away, Dasher! Away, Dancer! Prancer! Vixen!" Well, nothing happened. Well, all the reindeer were talking amongst themselves about what they thought they were going to get from Christmas from Santa Paws. Wait a minute. "Come on, reindeer," I pleaded. "Concentrate. The quicker we get going, the quicker we'll get back to open our presents. Let's go!" We went speeding off and up into the sky, faster and faster and faster. And then I've never seen the reindeer move so fast before, because they were thinking about the present they were to get from Santa Paws. Well, the first time he heard "ho, ho, ho," followed by "woof, woof, woof." I think that followed that. Yes. Well, Santa Paws had arrived, and so from now on Christmas morning, when you open the presents, you will also see presents from Santa Paws for your pets. This is going to be a great, great Christmas.